got trouble. Right here in River City. We're the capital T, and that rhymes with B, and that stands for fool.
People want experiences. Not only do they want experiences, they're willing to pay more for an experience than whatever came before. We're going to hit that in just a moment. I wanted to take pictures over the last month or so of every place that I saw the word experience to give a little collage for this presentation, but I just got this one. But I think you get the point. Everywhere in our culture, this word is being thrown around. Everywhere. It's part of this economy that we're in now, where people are willing to pay more for an experience than they are for just being treated like a commodity. Looking at how we used to think about video conferencing and telepresence, what comprises video conferencing is visual presence, eye contact, the good audio, the things in your environment, what makes up your room, what makes up their room, and something about an overall experience in that environment. I'll tell you folks, that is a clunky way to think about the experience of video conferencing. And what I'm presenting to you now is driven by the book, The Experience Economy. This is written by two economists about 10 years ago. A year ago they came out with a revised edition of it. This needs to become our new Bible, where it comes to delivering user experiences in the visual collaboration and collaboration technology arena, period. So, here is the book. Get a copy of it, read it. I found it to be pretty compelling reading. It's a little bit geeky, so I think most of y'all will probably relate to it. I found it pretty easy to read, and as I was reading, I was thinking about our industry, thinking about the experiences that we talk about delivering and how we are not thinking about them as anything but what we put in the room, the technology, the pieces. We need to start thinking more strategically about delivering user experiences because it will help our users get the value. It'll help them over the glitches, the problems, when they understand that value, when that value is delivered. And this mechanism, understanding it from an experiential, economic standpoint, is the way to bring that value, that greater value that people would be willing to pay more for if you charge for your services. Some of you do, some of you don't. Some of you do in creative ways. Some of that's rolled into your business model if you're in healthcare or in a university or whatever. We're still talking about increasing the value of what you're offering. The thing is, we've got a medium here that is totally experiential. It's designed to be experiential. It's visual, it's oral, it's textual. It can be very tactile at times. Mercifully, we haven't added odor into the interactions, but you never know what's going to happen. All right, so in the experience economy, goods and services are no longer good enough. People want experiences. A model for understanding how to run your organization that fits well with the experience economy is that of theater, where work is theater and every business is a stage. So these are kind of two elements. The first part is, how do we understand experiences? The second part is, here is a model that we already are familiar with how theater works that fits well with this kind of framework for understanding experiences. All right. The first concept I'm presenting is the progression of economic value. When I was a kid, my mom made me a birthday cake for my birthday. She'd go to the store, she'd buy eggs, flour. She made it from scratch. My mom was a great baker. She made baklava, but that was not for the birthday. For birthday, it was cakes and pies and things. She went to the store to buy commodities. Commodities are things that grow in the ground or grow on top of the ground. She made those into a cake for me. She put her effort into it, but it cost a few cents, a few dozens of cents. A little bit later on, she could go to the store and pick up a box cake mix. It costs more, it costs an order of magnitude more, whereas the ingredients would cost 50 cents, maybe the box cost $5. But she was willing to pay it for the convenience of making that cake faster. And along with our American economy and the global economy, when it's doing well, people become more affluent. When they have more money, they're willing to pay more for some of the things they would normally spend time on. They're trading time for money. And this is what happened in the case of goods. A good is a set of commodities that some broker puts together and sells to you. Here the eggs are powdered, the milk is powdered, and the flour is all pre-mixed for you. They did some of the work for you, and you're paying them for it. That's a good. Next was a service. You could go to the grocery store and get that same cake already made, and you paid, now you're paying 15 bucks for it, for the cake. You take it home, it's already made. What came after that? After you could buy a birthday cake pre-made from the store or the baker, what happened next to birthday parties in our world? Anybody? Who has kids?
You take them to the birthday.
Right, you take them to the birthday party store, or you take them to Chuck E. Cheese. You take them somewhere where they're going to stage an experience. The cake is there too, but that's just one piece of the whole thing, all right? It is the party environment. It's the mouse. It's Chuck E. Cheese right there in the background. It's your whole circle of friends. You've now outsourced, as a parent, you've outsourced your whole birthday party, whereas in the past you worked your butt off to make it fun for the kids. Now you pay $100 and you got a party, pre-made, pre-packaged. The same thing happened with coffee. You could go and pull the coffee beans off the trees, and well, maybe you buy them from somebody who pulls them. That's the commodity, the coffee bean. You make your cup of coffee, it costs you a few cents. That's the commodity. What's the good? Folgers in a box on the store counter. What's the service? A regular restaurant serves you the coffee and charges you more for it. Starbucks gives you an experience. Now we're paying $5 for a cup of coffee.
You got trouble.
Oh, we got trouble.
Right here in River City.
Right here in River City.
We're the capital T in that...